Deep within the heart of the Enchanted Woodlands, there lived a peculiar creature named Karvos, neither fully man nor entirely bird. He bore the wings of a hawk and the sharp intellect of a scholar. The villagers whispered about him, some with awe, others with fear. They called him the Birdman, a guardian of secrets hidden deep in the forest's core. Karvos had lived alone for decades, mastering the art of flight and understanding the language of all creatures. But his most prized possession was a magical feather quill, said to be blessed by the wind spirit. It had the power to write truths into existence, altering reality itself. Karvos, however, used it sparingly, knowing that such power could corrupt even the purest heart. One fateful morning, the forest trembled with an unnatural stillness. The chirping of birds and rustling of leaves were replaced by an eerie silence. Karvos, perched on the highest branch of an ancient oak, sensed an impending danger. He soared above the treetops to investigate and saw a dark mist creeping toward the forest, devouring everything in its path. The mist was the work of Malvora, a sorceress banished centuries ago for her insatiable hunger for power. She had returned, seeking revenge by draining life from the forest to fuel her dark magic. The villagers, too terrified to act, could only pray for a miracle. Karvos knew he couldn't confront Malvora alone. He flew to the village square, his massive wings casting shadows over the trembling crowd. "I need your help," he said in a voice that resonated like the wind, but the villagers shrank back, distrustful of the Birdman they had always feared. Only one brave soul stepped forward, a young woman named Lyra, an herbalist known for her courage and compassion. "I will help you," she declared, her voice steady despite the quaking ground beneath her feet. Karvos nodded, recognizing the strength in her gaze. Together, they devised a plan. Karvos would use his knowledge of the forest to gather ancient relics hidden by the wind spirit, while Lyra would brew potions to protect them from the mist. Each task required unwavering courage, for the relics were guarded by elemental beasts, and Malvora's influence grew stronger by the hour. Their journey was fraught with peril. Karvos narrowly escaped a lightning serpent guarding the thunderstone, while Lyra outwitted a shadow fox to retrieve the moonflower elixir. Despite the challenges, they grew to respect and rely on each other, their bond deepening with every trial. At last, they stood before Malvora's lair, a twisted tower of blackened roots and thorns, armed with the relics and Lyra's enchanted potions. They confronted the sorceress. Malvora laughed, her voice dripping with malice. "You think you can stop me? This forest will be mine." Karvos took a deep breath and unfurled his magical quill. With a steady hand, he began to write in the air, weaving a spell of truth and balance. The relics glowed, their power amplifying his words. Lyra, standing by his side, hurled her potions into the mist, clearing a path for the spell to take hold. The battle raged as Malvora unleashed her dark magic, but Karvos and Lyra stood firm. Finally, the quill's magic reached its peak, and with one final stroke, the sorceress's power was undone. The mist dissolved, and the forest began to heal. Malvora, stripped of her magic, vanished into the ether, her curse broken. The villagers, witnessing the triumph, welcomed Karvos and Lyra as heroes. They no longer feared the Birdman, but celebrated him as the guardian of their forest. Lyra became his closest ally, and together they ensured the forest remained safe. From that day forward, the legend of Karvos the Birdman and his courage in the face of darkness inspired generations to come.